Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Justin, and today I'm going to be giving my comments, opinions, and the results of WWE Raw, 2nd of January 2017. Yes, the first show of 2017. I was really looking forward to this one. Mick Foley comes out to start the show, displaying a new haircut. He didn't look too bad. He then joked that he will now write the name of the town he's on in his hand, so he won't forget like he did 2 weeks ago. He started saying he was happy to be in Jacksonville, and then looked at his hand to remember he was in Tampa. Don't know whether it was storyline or actual real, but either way it was cringeworthy. WWE, please don't do that, Mick, please. Then Owens and Jericho came out and they walked past the showcase that Jericho will be in above the ring at Royal Rumble. Owens asked if Foley thought it was funny that he was going to put Jericho above the ring in the cage. Jericho reminded Owens that he was going to be hanging like a sexy pinata, which he will do. Jericho said Foley constantly abuses his power. He and Owens made fun of Foley's new haircut, and they were upset about Reigns getting another match for the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. Jericho presented Exhibit B, which was Rollins giving him a pedigree on the top of the count, and Foley didn't punish him. In fact, Foley rewarded him, yet Foley punished Jericho for putting him in the cage just for helping Owens retain the championship at Roadblock. Seriously, hypocrite, right there. Owens said it was obvious that Foley had a personal issue with him and they weren't going to stand for it anymore. Foley admitted that he made mistakes and he kept hearing about the Kevin Owens show, but he's never seen it. So tonight we're going to have the debut of the Kevin Owens show, and his guest will be Goldberg. Yes, Goldberg on the debuting Kevin Owens show. It should be on lights everywhere in the arena. Owens said that was fine because they had questions for Goldberg like where has he been for the last 10 years, and who cares where he's been for the last 10 years. Owens asked what made Foley think he could abuse his power. Stephanie came out and said Foley wasn't abusing his powers because he has the right to put Jericho in a shark cage, though she wished that Foley would have consulted her about that. Foley replied that he wished that she had consulted with him about putting Sami Zayn against Braun Strowman in a last man standing match. Stephanie then announced that Roman will be defending the US Championship tonight against Jericho, and if Reigns is disqualified or counting out, he would lose the championship. Jericho liked the idea, but Owens suggested putting Rollins banned from ringside for the match. Foley said Owens should be banned from ringside. They all started arguing until Stephanie shouted them all down, said she was upset that SmackDown beat Raw in the ratings last night. Good job, SmackDown. I'm so glad. You are so much better than Raw at the minute. Then she ordered Owens to face Rollins immediately, and the loser of the match will be barred from ringside in the Jericho-Reigns match. Stephanie ordered Jericho to get ready for his match, Foley to get his act together, and Owens to be prepared immediately because he's facing Rollins next. Great opening segment. It definitely made Foley look like the general manager that he's meant to be doing. Stephanie just looked like the mean-ass boss, and these two look like great people. I liked it, to be fair. Then we had that match. The finish happened. They fought in the timekeepers area. Owens used the ring bell to jab into Rollins' midsection for a DQ. Owens protested, but then he realised that he screwed up by leaving Jericho alone against Reigns tonight. Rollins tried to get him in a pedigree in the ring, but he slipped out, demanded his title and left. It was a really, really good match. Obviously, with them two being world-class competitors, you would expect it. Then we go to match 2, which was Carl Anderson versus Cesaro. This match was amazing. As you'd expect, again, great competitors. Carl Anderson over New Japan was amazing. Anderson hit a flying neckbreaker for the win. It was really good. Definitely building up on their feud. I can't wait to see the club versus Cesaro and Sheamus. That'll be great. Then we had an amazing last man standing match between Sami Zayn and Braun Strowman. Sami sells like a complete boss in any match he is in. Seriously. It was great. Braun Strowman gave him a Oklahoma Stampede on the floor, and then he got up at 8. Strowman landed knees to the chest and chin. He laid him with more stiff forearms and cross faces. He then picked him up, gave him another Oklahoma Stampede, even though he didn't appear to be getting up, and then he didn't get up. As the EMTs and Foley comes down and gets him on a stretcher, Strowman dumps him off the stretcher, tossing him up and frisbees him into the ring barriers, and then screams ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It was great. I loved this match. Seriously, Sammy's great. Braun looked strong. They had weapons, everything. They brawled all the way through the backstage, through the competition, back outside. I love when a match like this goes everywhere, and it definitely did that for me. It was great. Then we see Jack Gallagher backstage, and he was teaching the New Day about the finer points of using an umbrella for a weapon. great, obviously. This set them to come out for their New Year's resolution. They then come out. Xavier Woods says 16 was, all in all, a good year for them as they became the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions. Big E announced they've all officially entered in the Royal Rumble. Kofi was about to announce their resolution, but Titus O'Neil came out to the sound of silence. O'Neil said he should be a new member of the New Day. Tried to take the New Day's catchphrases, saying if the New Day is wondering who, then look no further than the Titus brand. O'Neil started dancing around saying New Day rocks and started to reach for Francesca the trombone, but Woods said no one touches his girl but him. O'Neil brought his own whistle and started blowing on it to the tune of New Day rocks. They actually cheered him a little bit for that. Big E said Titus could stop because everyone knew that Titus blows. Titus said everyone wanted to see his face on the front box of Booty-O's. Woods said everyone would rather see O'Neil's face on the side of a milk carton. O'Neil said Woods was the weakest link of New Day. Woods challenges him to a match, and then he sucker punches him and then accepts the match. Before we get to the match, great segment. Not. Titus, go away, please. Granted, the New Day stick to him was alright, but it just felt lousy. I don't like Titus O'Neil. That's why he's my worst wrestler of the year. He's terrible. Now we get to the match, and thankfully, Xavier Woods won when Titus O'Neil was going for the Clash of Titans, but turned it into a sunset flip. Great move on Woods. He's showing great skills in this match. Good. Push Xavier for a bit of more singles, because he does less tag team stuff, and I like it. Do not give Titus any more than he needs. Bayley approached Stephanie backstage and asked her why did she allow Dana Brooke to be the special guest referee in the match with Charlotte last week. Stephanie said Charlotte has some high-powered attorneys. She then ran Bayley down, saying that she never in favour of bringing Bayley to the main roster. She said Charlotte had the look of a champion and the pedigree of a champion, while Bayley was just ordinary, just like everyone else in the crowd today. Bayley said she's going to accomplish her dreams, and being Bayley was good enough for her. Stephanie then arranged Bayley to face Nia Jax in a number one contendership match tonight. Again, a great little segment. It definitely makes Bayley look more of an underdog, and I like it, and then it makes Stephanie look like a giant asshole. Seriously, it really does. Cedric Alexander and Alicia Fox walked backstage arm in arm when Noam Dar ran into them. Dar apologised to Alexander, who told him to apologise to Fox, and then he said, I apologise, sweet cheeks. And then Dar ran off before Fox could slap him. It was great. I love Noam Dar. It was absolutely awesome. Then we had match 5, Drew Gulak with Tony Nese versus Cedric Alexander with Alicia Fox. The match finish happened when Tony Nese jumped up on the apron, Fox dragged him back down to the floor, and then Cedric Alexander got distracted, so Drew Gulak won with a schoolboy cradle. It was alright, it did what it needed to do, weren't anything explosive. Then we go to the US Championship match, Roman Reigns versus Chris Jericho. Jericho unloosened a turnbuckle, which the referee saw. The referee was tying the turnbuckle back. Jericho grabbed the US belt from the timekeeper, and then he passed the belt to Reigns, lied down as if he got hit by it. The referee was going to disqualify Reigns, but then chose not to, which was a bullshit decision. In every single time the champion gets disqualified in that case, you do not cost the dynamic. Come on, guys. And then Jericho ran into the exposed turnbuckle, and Reigns pinned him with a spear. The spear looked pretty good, actually. It weren't too bad. I just kind of really want Roman to drop the belt. Please. For the love of God. I've made my thoughts on this very clear in my wrestling discussion video. Then we go to match 7, TJ Perkins versus Brian Kendrick. This was a short match. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. For Cruiserweight, that's just bad. Brian attempts to go for sliced bread number 2, but Perkins reversed it into a detonation kick and then got the knee bar locked in and he tapped out. It was, they didn't have time to do anything. I don't know what's wrong with these short matches. Then we get told that the tag team match between Jinder Mahal and Rusev versus Enzo and Cass was changed due to Enzo suffering an injury before the match, so it became a handicap match. Enzo came out in a wheelchair for the second week in a row. We have that match. The finish happened. Mahal teased going after Enzo in the wheelchair, then distracted Cass, and then Rusev hit him with a big boot and got the win. It was, I'm going to be honest, it wasn't the greatest. Please just try and build up the point of the storyline. It was good, now it's just kind of dragging on a little bit. Then we go to our main event in terms of matches. Match 9. My God, 9 matches. Bayley versus Nia Jax become #1 contender. It was actually a really good match. The finish happened. Sasha Banks came out while Nia Jax was on the second rope. Bayley jumped up and got on the second rope and hit Bayley to belly suplex for the win. It was really good, actually. I'm happy for Bayley getting the #1 contendership. We know she's going to lose until WrestleMania. That's already a given. But what are you going to do? Then we get the news that The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels will be returning to Raw next week. I cannot wait to find out what is going to happen on that Monday Night Raw. Now we go to the best show in all of TV, the Kevin Owens Show. The set included a man standing in the ring with a Kevin Owens logo shirt covering his head while Owens and Jericho sat at a desk. Owens bragged that even though Jericho lost tonight, they still main event Raw. Owens gave the guest a big introduction, then introduced Jericho. The crowd then booed. Jericho laid into the fans chanting Goldberg. Jericho then put them on the list, and the crowd popped amazingly for that. I want to be on the list, please, please, please. Or maybe if I'm mean enough about Jericho, Boildo. God, I like Jericho. Before Owens could bring out Goldberg, Jericho said that he has big breaking news. He announced himself as the 3rd entry in the Royal Rumble, even though the New Day just announced themselves earlier, so they are 5 already, so that makes him the 6th competitor in the Royal Rumble. Owens didn't look happy because if Jericho wins, he doesn't want to fight his best friend. Goldberg finally comes out. Goldberg said if Jericho's in the Rumble, he was first. Owens stepped in and tried to calm things down, but Goldberg threw the lawn chair away. The guy with the side over the head also vanished for some reason. Jericho asked Goldberg knew what happened to the guys who threw chairs around. Goldberg said yes, spears and jackhammers. Owens asked if he was supposed to be intimidated by Goldberg throwing chairs around. Owens threw a desk and chair out the ring. Owens stood nose to nose and talked over each other while that happened. Paul Heyman actually showed up. Paul Heyman teased Lesnar showing up, but Lesnar wasn't actually there. Heyman said he was going to give the fans a spoiler for a Royal match. Eat, sleep, eliminate, repeat. Eat, sleep, eliminate, repeat. Eliminate, repeat. Eliminate, repeat. Goldberg interrupted him and said he was going to take care of Heyman's client at the Rumble. Goldberg turned to Owens and said whether it's Owens or Reigns, they will have a date of WrestleMania. Reigns came out and said Owens and Jericho are delusional because they aren't going to win anything at the Royal Rumble. Then Reigns and Goldberg had a stare down. Strowman then came out for some bloody reason. Heyman hid for cover beside the ramp and Strowman took the mic out of Heyman's hand. Strowman said if anyone is winning the Royal Rumble, it's him. As Strowman got in the ring, Reigns and Goldberg teamed and gave him a double spear. It actually looked really good. Reigns and Goldberg exchanged a nod of respect, and then Reigns left as Goldberg posed. This Raw was actually really good, to be fair. That was a great way to kick off 2017. It's building the storylines. I wasn't actually that bored. Okay, I dipped a little bit when they went after the Last Man Standing match. I'm going to be honest, it started to dip for me a little bit there. But I was never bored. I actually enjoyed myself throughout Raw. I wasn't wishing it would be over at any point. So, as a Raw goes, it was really good. I can't wait to see what SmackDown does tomorrow and 205 Live. It's going to be great. Then I can't wait for next week when Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker are here. Please let it be good. Please. Shawn lied to me. Shawn lied to the internet and said he was not in talks with WWE. No one's even contacted him. And now he's showing up on Raw. Lies. But I forgive you, Shawn, because you're my favourite wrestler of all time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll catch you later.